This happened a few months ago when I booked a small Airbnb studio while traveling for work. It was a converted garage behind a house, private entry, key safe, simple setup, just a bed, small table, kitchenette, and bathroom. The host lived in the main house but said I wouldn't see them. Everything was normal the first night. Quiet street, clean room, nothing felt off. The second morning I woke up and noticed something small but weird. The bathroom sink was damp, like someone had just used it, and the hand towel was hanging differently than I left it. I convinced myself I was imagining it. Later that day, I went out for work meetings and came back around sunset. As I unlocked the door, I heard movement inside. Soft, subtle, a floorboard shifting. When I opened the door, the room was empty. That night, around 11 p.m., I heard breathing. Not outside, not upstairs. From the bathroom. Slow, steady, breathing. Then, a faint click. Someone touching the bathroom doorknob from the inside. I left, sat in my car, shaking. Eventually, I went back, turned on every light, opened the bathroom door fast. Nobody. The next morning, I messaged the host. They replied immediately, "No one should be entering your unit during your stay." That was worse than hearing yes. Later that afternoon, a thump from the closet, then a slow drag, fabric against wood. I opened it. Nothing but neatly folded blankets. That night, I barricaded the door, set a glass cup as an alarm. Around 3 a.m., I woke up suddenly. The room felt wrong, like someone else was breathing in it. Then I heard the glass cup roll and tap the floor. The closet door had moved, pushed from the inside. I grabbed my keys. I didn't even turn on the lights. I left. The host refunded me instantly, too quickly. Before I drove off, I looked back through the window. The closet door was open, just a few inches. Watching. I wasn't staying there alone, and they waited until I fell asleep before they moved. This happened earlier this year, when I rented an Airbnb for 3 nights while visiting family. It was a small studio attached to the back of someone's house. One room, tiny bathroom, mini kitchen, nothing fancy, but clean, comfortable. I checked in late after a long drive. The place had that typical Airbnb quiet, almost too quiet, but cozy enough. I unpacked, made some tea, sat on the bed. On the nightstand was a little drawer. I opened it just to toss some chargers in. Inside was a folded napkin, except it wasn't a napkin. It was paper, folded tight like someone didn't want it seen. The handwriting inside was shaky, uneven. It said, "Do not stay here. They come in." That's all it said. I froze for a second. Everything around me looked normal. Locked door, blinds closed. Calm, too calm. I told myself it was some prank from a previous guest. Still, I slid a chair under the door handle that night. Around 2:30 a.m., I woke up to a soft click. Metal shifting in a lock. The chair nudged. Just slightly, like pressure was pushing from the other side. No knock, no voice. Just someone trying the door. Then silence. I stayed awake until morning. The next day, I asked the host if anyone lived on the property. They texted back, "No, you have complete privacy." I didn't mention the note. Later, when I returned from getting groceries, the chair was no longer by the door. It was neatly placed back by the desk, like nothing happened. That night, I shoved my suitcase against the door, put my keys in front of it so they'd jingle if the door moved, phone on record, and waited. Around 4 a.m., tap, 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 soft. Not knocking, just a fingertip pressing the wood, again and again and again. I held my breath. Eventually, footsteps walked away, slow, across the deck, fading. In the morning, the sound was on my phone recording, and a voice, faint whispering right behind the mic. I deleted it. I didn't want that in my phone. I packed up and left. The host refunded half a night and wished me a safe trip. Before leaving, I opened the drawer again. The note was gone. Someone had been inside, not just at night, but while I was out. I didn't report it. Nothing technically happened, but I can still hear that shaky writing in my head. They come in. 2 days later, the host messaged me, "If you're ever in town again, we'd love to host you." I didn't reply. Someone tried to warn me, and I still don't know if they ever got out. This happened last spring when I rented an Airbnb in a small tourist town a few hours from home. I booked it for a quiet weekend. No parties, no friends joining me, just me. It was a basement apartment attached to the host's house. Private entrance, keypad lock. Nothing unusual. When I arrived, everything seemed normal. The host wasn't home, so I let myself in. The place was small but clean. One bedroom, a little kitchen, and a narrow hallway leading to the bathroom. I unpacked, got food, came back as it got dark. That first night around 11 p.m., I heard quiet footsteps above me. Didn't bother me. The listing said the owner lived upstairs. But then I heard something else. A soft creak from inside the basement, like a floorboard or a door hinge. I shrugged it off. Old pipes, old house. Around 1 a.m., I woke up to a sound like someone dragging across the carpet. Slow, deliberate. But it wasn't coming from upstairs. The vibration was in the floor. Then I heard breathing. Slow, steady. Inhale, exhale, somewhere near the hallway. I called out, thinking maybe the host had come down. No answer. Then shuffling steps. Light, slow, moving toward my room. I whispered that I had called security, hoping whoever it was would leave. Silence. After a minute, I got up, heart pounding, and walked to the bedroom door. The hallway was dark, but I could feel someone there. I turned on the light. Nothing. The apartment was empty, or it looked empty. The next morning, I messaged the host. He said, "There shouldn't be anyone downstairs but you. Maybe the HVAC? The basement creaks sometimes." That night around midnight, it started again. Not footsteps this time. Whispering. Low, muffled, like someone talking through fabric. Right outside my room, I turned on every light and didn't sleep. When the host came later, he opened a small closet door in the hallway. One I thought was for cleaning supplies. Inside was a staircase going up into the main house. He frowned and said, "I didn't realize this wasn't locked from your side." He locked it and left. I left an hour later and checked into a hotel. Later, I reread the listing. It mentioned shared heating access, but never explained it. And a review I missed before said, "I heard someone walking around downstairs late at night, even though I was alone." That door was less than 10 feet from where I slept. And whatever, or whoever, I heard, they weren't walking on hardwood. They were walking on carpet. Someone was already inside the basement with me.